So my name is Austin Morse, and I am the founder of Broken Yoke Ministries in Muscle Shoals, Alabama. There's 6,000 kids in Alabama that are in the foster care system, and I want to be a part of making that system not just better, but infusing Jesus into their journey of finding out who He made them to be. We're early on in the process. We've attained our nonprofit tax exempt status, and we're actively looking for land. We're putting together a fundraising packet that Third Lens has been just amazing doing for us, where we can present to our champions and our fundraisers and donors a concept, a visual orientation of what the vision God's put inside of us is going to be.
So my name is Brian O'Neill, and I serve as the president of Third Lens Ministries. See, when I met Austin, you know, he knew what he was called to do. He and his wife had that calling on their lives 6+ years ago. And they really struggled with how to articulate and visualize what their campus could be. And so what we've been able to do is we've brought in some architects in our community to help visualize and design these micro homes, and to visualize what a future property would look like if it was to be fully developed.
It was a big vision, and a lot of stumbling blocks along the way. Vision changed, and that led me to the orphanage. And my only point of reference for what an orphanage looked like is Big Oak Ranch. And so I went on Big Oak's website, and under Contact Us, they had Plant a Ranch. And through Planting Oaks, through Aaron Woods and her team and Brody, they gave me practical next steps to take along that journey. And when I was taking those steps, she mentioned Third Lens and the value that they bring in a space that I have absolutely no experience, which is project management, construction, forecasting cost, and I didn't want to just guess at those numbers.
So we've been working with Planting Oaks over the past year plus to help with the member organizations that are a part of their initiative to get things started. They start with the basic vision and the mission, and work with them on how to form their first board. And at some point they're ready to launch a capital campaign to raise funds for the physical environments that the children need in order to thrive. And what we've been able to do is as those organizations are going through the Planting Oaks process, we step in to help with that visual representation, the design process, the planning for what type of land, physically where do we need to be looking for property, as well as going through the minutia of zoning, building codes, all the various things that is our specialization. See, I can't do what Austin does. I can't do what the Planting Oaks member does. That's not my calling, that's not my gifting. But in the plan of God, we can go further, faster when we stay in our lanes and we focus on what we specialize in. Our heart has been to design and build these environments for children like those that are served by Big Oak Ranch and the future Broken Yokes. Our heart is to make that vision a reality and to help them with the capital campaign process. So once the money has actually been raised, we'll jump right back in with our partners, and we'll help them with the planning process, with permitting, with the final architectural design, and then helping them with the construction process, making sure that this is done with precision, with excellence, and so that it represents the type of environment that all of us would want our children and God's children to live in.
The tension I feel like every leader faces when they have vision is what steps come first. And the amazing thing that Planting Oaks and Third Lens both do is they're a relational network. These are people that I know. These are people that I've learned to love. These are people that I text, that I call when I have questions.
This year, 2022, we are solely focused on scholarshiping one Planting Oaks initiative member in the coming year for the services that we provide. See, $1,000 to Third Lens actually turns into almost $10,000 in the market value of the services we provide.
This is a relational network that is determined to spread the gospel. One of my favorite things that Brian says is we don't want to invest in projects that don't get built. We want to see these things come to life and see kids go through the door and meet Jesus. That's their heart, and they're doing it in an amazing way.
Giving Tuesday 2022 for Third Lens is going to be 100% about supporting the Planting Oaks initiative and ministries like Broken Yoke. That's what this year's Giving Tuesday is about. I invite you to be a part of this process. I invite you to support the next Austin, the next Broken Yoke Ministries. Thank you and God bless.